Hello, my beautiful Aries souls, and welcome back to Astrology Unlocked, your sacred space for diving deep into the cosmic currents that shape our lives. I am your guide, and if you are tuning in today, I have a profound feeling that the universe has guided you here for a reason. There's a subtle, yet powerful vibration in the air, a message that has been trying to reach you. And today we are going to amplify its signal so you can hear it with perfect clarity. We need to talk about a whisper, dear Aries, a cosmic whisper you may have overlooked. Something so subtle, so quiet, that in your magnificent fiery rush to conquer the next mountain, you might have missed it. It wasn't a loud warning, not a blaring alarm, but a gentle nudge from your intuition, a quiet voice in the depths of your soul that you chose perhaps to silence. And that whisper, that sacred piece of ignored truth, is about to grow into a roar that will lovingly, powerfully, and irrevocably reshape your world. Does your heart quicken just a little at hearing this? That, my friend, is your soul saying, "Yes, I am ready to listen." Now, before we journey deeper into this cosmic revelation, I want you to connect with me and this incredible community. Have you ever had that feeling, that deep inner knowing that you overlooked a sign? Share your experience in the comments below by typing, "I am ready to see the signs." Your story could be the very spark another soul needs to see. And if you haven't already, please do me the honor of pressing that subscribe button. Become a cherished member of our Astrology Unlocked family so you never miss these essential cosmic updates designed to help you thrive. Your presence here helps us grow and continue to bring this sacred work into the world. Let's be clear, my beautiful warrior souls. This is not a punishment. The universe is never cruel, it is only wise. What is unfolding is not a cosmic retribution for a mistake. Oh no, this is something far more beautiful, far more divine. This is a cosmic course correction, a loving and powerful intervention from a universe that adores you so much it refuses to let you build your magnificent empire on a fractured foundation. You, dear Aries, are the pioneer, the trailblazer, the divine spark of creation. Your very nature is to move forward with a glorious fire that can inspire the world. But in that beautiful rush, the universe is now asking you to pause, to breathe, and to integrate a piece of wisdom you left behind. Think of it this way: you have been building a magnificent tower, reaching for the heavens with breathtaking speed and passion. The universe has watched you with pride and admiration, but it also saw a tiny, almost invisible crack in the very first stone you laid. It tried to whisper to you then, to show you the imbalance, but your focus was on the sky, not on the ground beneath your feet. And now, to prevent the entire beautiful structure from becoming unstable, the cosmos is sending a gentle tremor to shake that foundation, not to topple your tower, but to force you to see the crack, to heal it, to rebuild it with conscious intention, making it stronger and more resilient than you ever imagined possible. This isn't a setback, it's a sacred reconstruction. You have a magnificent talent, Aries, for living in the glorious now, for embracing the future with open arms. You dive headfirst into life, and it is one of your most enchanting qualities. But sometimes in your forward momentum, you can create a kind of spiritual amnesia, forgetting the subtle lessons of the immediate past. You can be so focused on the destination that you miss the sacred geography of the journey itself. This impending shift, this roar that began as a whisper, is the universe's way of bringing your awareness back to the present moment, back to the very ground you stand on. Because what you build next must be built on unshakable truth. So let me ask you a question that might stir something deep within your soul. What truth did you feel? And then choose to rationalize away. What intuitive hit did you receive and then dismiss as fear or inconvenience? Perhaps it was a conversation that left a strange feeling in your gut, a subtle energetic mismatch you couldn't quite explain. Maybe it was a business deal where the numbers looked perfect, but the energy felt wrong. It could have been a new relationship that ignited with intoxicating passion, yet a small, quiet voice inside you whispered, "Be careful. You know precisely the moment I am speaking of, don't you, dear Aries? Your body remembers." Even as you listen to my voice now, a specific memory might be surfacing, causing a flicker of recognition, a subtle tightening in your chest. That is your soul, your beautiful inner guidance system, confirming this truth. You felt it, you knew it. But your magnificent Aries, fire your desire to win, to achieve, to experience, wanted to press on. You chose momentum over mindfulness, and there is no judgment in that, only awareness. But now the universe is saying that the lesson contained in that moment can no longer be postponed. I am going to share a truth about your beautiful Aries spirit that few people truly understand. Your greatest power is your incredible drive, your connection to Mars, the planet of action and desire. You are here to initiate, to lead, to begin. However, that power becomes infinitely more potent when it is aligned with inner wisdom and conscious awareness. You often spend a colossal amount of your divine energy pushing against external obstacles, battling the world to bend it to your will. And you are so very good at it. But that small internal whisper, that piece of intuitive data the universe handed you on a silver platter, you might have ignored it because listening to it would have required you to slow down. It would have meant pausing, reflecting, perhaps even admitting that your initial charge was slightly off course. And for a warrior in mid-flight, pausing can feel like defeat. But here is the profound secret. My friends, true power isn't in perpetual motion. True power is in aligned action. And that means sometimes the most powerful thing a warrior can do is stop, listen, and recalibrate their aim before firing the next arrow. Life, you see, doesn't ultimately care about our beautiful Aries pride. The flow of cosmic energy doesn't bend to our desire to always be right or always be moving forward. Reality serves truth, and that whisper you ignored is about to amplify into a truth you can no longer sidestep. It will enter your life, not as a hurricane of destruction, but as a powerful wave of clarity, washing away everything that is not built on solid ground. It will clear the decks, turn things upside down, and leave you standing in the pure, unvarnished truth of your situation. And when that happens, a profound choice will present itself. You can see it as a failure, a roadblock, a moment to feel defeated and sink into frustration. Or you can rise, warrior, and see this event for what it truly is, the sacred catalyst you have been praying for. The very event that will propel you into a new stratosphere of authentic power and purpose-driven creation. Which version of you, the frustrated warrior or the enlightened pioneer, will you choose to be when this wave of truth arrives? Now listen closely, because this is where the true magic lies. This whisper is not merely about an external event. It's not just about a person, a job, or a financial situation. At its core, it is a reflection of a truth about you. It is a mirror showing you where your inner world is out of alignment with your outer actions. It may manifest as a problem with someone else, but the root is always within. It is connected to a fear you haven't wanted to face, perhaps the fear of slowing down, the fear of not being the best, the fear of being seen as weak if you admit uncertainty. This ignored whisper is the key to unlocking a part of your own being that is ready to be integrated. And once that door to your deeper self is opened, a whole new landscape of power and possibility is revealed. You cannot close it again, and you will not want to. Have you ever noticed, dear Aries, how certain patterns seem to play out in your life? A cycle of starting projects with immense passion only to have them fizzle out, or a series of relationships that begin with a fiery blaze and end in a heap of ashes. This isn't a curse or bad luck. It is the universe lovingly showing you the same lesson in different forms, hoping that this time you will see the common denominator. You are being shown that you are trying to reach the finish line without fully running the race. You are trying to harvest the fruits of a victory without tending to the seeds of intention. You are seeking to heal without acknowledging the wound to evolve, without surrendering to the transformation. And the universe, in its infinite love for you, is tired of giving you subtle hints. It is now preparing to give you a masterclass that is so clear, so direct, and so powerful that you will not be able to ignore the lesson. The detail you overlooked may feel small, but its purpose is magnificent. It is like the single thread you see sticking out of a beautifully woven tapestry. You thought, it's just one thread, I'll deal with it later. But you kept running, and that thread caught on something. And now later is here, and the thread is being pulled, and it is beginning to unravel a pattern that was never truly stable to begin with. The waters of truth are rising, dear Aries. There is no time to build dams of denial. The only choice now is to decide if you will be swept away by the chaos or if you will remember that you are a master of energy and learn to surf the very wave that has come to cleanse your path. And here is the most profound and beautiful part of this entire cosmic story. You were warned, you were guided, your soul knew. You received the signs, not once, but many times, in many forms. A friend offered advice, you dismissed. A strange coincidence occurred that you brushed off. You had a dream that left you with an unsettling feeling. But you were so certain of your path, so confident in your momentum, so fueled by your infallible Aries fire, that you may have labeled these warnings as negativity, as jealousy, or as others simply not understanding your grand vision. But deep down, in the quietest chambers of your heart, you knew an Aries always has a direct line to the truth. The challenge isn't in the knowing, it's in the acting upon that knowing, especially when it contradicts your desires. You sometimes prefer to carry the burden of a known risk rather than face the vulnerability of admitting you need to change course. And now that burden is becoming too heavy to carry. It is time to lay it down. How many more gentle whispers will you ignore before the universe decides it's time for a loving shout? Let me paint a picture for you. Remember that negotiation where you felt a slight hesitation in the other person's voice, a flicker in their eyes, but you pushed through to close the deal because you wanted the win? Or that creative project you launched, ignoring the small but crucial piece of feedback that something was missing because your passion demanded immediate action? Or that promise you made to yourself or another from a place of pure impulse without truly consulting your deeper capacity to follow through? Or that red flag in a relationship you painted green because the connection was so thrilling and you didn't want the adventure to end? Any one of these could be the whisper, or it could be something even more elemental, a choice that you don't even consciously recall, but which sent a ripple out into your energetic field. And this is what is happening right now in this very moment. That overlooked whisper, that ignored energetic data, has been gathering momentum in the unseen realms. It has been attracting other resonant energies, connecting with other moments of misalignment. It is forming a powerful current of consequence that you didn't foresee because you were too busy looking at the horizon. And when that current finally breaks through into your physical reality, and it will very soon, you will realize that the entire structure of a particular area of your life was built on a foundation more fragile than you believed. But here is the truth that will set you free, my beautiful Aries warrior. You were born for this. You thrive in the face of a challenge. You come alive when the pressure is on. You pretend you want peace, stability, and a smooth, easy path, but the truth is, your soul gets bored when the waters are too calm. You need the intensity. You need the sacred fire of a challenge to feel your own power, to remember who you are. And this cosmic recalibration will give you exactly that. It will push you to your absolute edge. It will demand that you be more resourceful, more courageous, and more authentic than ever before. It will bring you to your knees in surrender, and it is from that very ground that you will rise as the true spiritual warrior you were always meant to be. Are you ready to let the old self burn away so the true you can be reborn from the ashes, or will you cling to the life raft of the familiar while the tidal wave of transformation approaches? Now, we arrive at the very heart of this journey. This whisper you ignored is directly connected to your sacred wound as an Aries, that deep, tender place within you that you protect with your armor of strength and independence. The wound of fearing you are not good enough, of failing, of being second best. The trauma of being told you were too much or too aggressive. The pain you buried so deep you swore it no longer had power over you. That ignored whisper is the cosmic key that is destined to unlock this sacred chamber you have welded shut. And when that door swings open, the stored emotions will come to the surface. The frustration, the anger, the fear, the vulnerability. Yes, it will feel overwhelming. It might feel like you are losing your mind, like you are falling apart from the inside out. But my dear Aries, that is precisely what must happen for you to finally, truly, deeply heal. You have spent a lifetime building an identity around being strong, being in charge, being the one who never falters. And the irony is, this situation will likely trigger your deepest fears of failure or looking foolish. This is not happening because the universe is cruel. It is happening because you must face these shadow aspects of your warrior spirit to transcend them. You must walk through the fire of your deepest fears to discover that you are and have always been fireproof. You must experience a perceived failure to understand that your worth is not and has never been tied to your victories. It is tied to the courage in your heart. You must stop pretending the shadows don't exist to fully step into your own magnificent light. And there is more. This whisper does not travel alone. It brings with it a cascade of revelations, truths about people you thought were on your team, illusions you held about your own capabilities, false narratives you unconsciously nurtured. It is as if pulling this one single thread unravels the entire tapestry, revealing what was hidden beneath all along. And when you see what was underneath, the instability, the half-truths, the misalignments, it will sting. It will hurt in a way that challenges your very identity. But it will also liberate you in a way you have never experienced before. because comfortable illusions are gilded cages, and the brilliant, painful truth is the key that sets the warrior free. So what will you choose to do when the truth is revealed, when the whisper becomes a roar and rearranges the landscape of your life? Will you fall back on old patterns? Will you blame others, lash out in anger, or simply charge ahead into another equally misaligned adventure? Or will you this time have the supreme courage to stand still in the rubble? Look in the mirror and ask the questions of a true master. What is my part in this? What truth did I refuse to see? What is this situation here to teach me? Because, dear Aries, you can be the victim of your circumstances, or you can be the hero of your transformation. You can never be both. The choice is, and always has, been yours. Here is what you must understand about this cosmic whisper. It is specific. It is not some vague anxiety or a generic worry. It is a concrete piece of information, something that was said, or perhaps more powerfully, left unsaid. Something you saw and pretended you didn't. If you take a moment right now, after this video, to sit in silence, to take a deep breath, and to scan your memory of the last few weeks or even months, you will know exactly what it is. You will feel a jolt in your solar plexus, a rush of energy, a shiver of recognition. Your whole body will confirm the truth with a resounding, yes, that's it. Are you feeling it even now? Once you identify it, you will face an immediate choice. Try to rush and fix it, to patch the crack before the tremor hits, or to prepare for the wave and ride it with wisdom. But my friends, if you are hearing this message today, it is likely that the energetic momentum is already in motion. The consequences cannot be entirely avoided, nor should they be, for they contain your medicine. The most powerful thing you can do now is prepare. Prepare your mind for the shift. Prepare your heart for the vulnerability. Prepare your spirit for the incredible rebirth that always follows a sacred breakdown. This is not about avoiding the storm. It is about remembering that you, Aries, are a child of fire and energy. It is about learning to dance in the lightning and find your power in the thunder. There is a secret about you, Aries, that many fail to grasp. You are not truly afraid of failure. You are terrified of stagnation. You are terrified of a life lived in the shallow end, a life without passion, without challenge, without meaning. And that is why, on a deep soul level, you co-created this situation. You knew deep down that ignoring this whisper would eventually lead to a powerful confrontation with truth. And confrontation challenge chaos. This is the sacred arena where you are reborn. It is the fire that tempers your steel. So perhaps, just perhaps, you ignored this whisper not out of ignorance, but because your soul craved the very breakthrough this crisis will now provide. Did you, brave warrior, summon your own storm because you were tired of the false peace? And here is something that will pierce right to the heart of it. This overlooked whisper likely involves someone you care about, someone you have championed, a partner, in a venture or in life. The pain will be twofold. First, the pain of the situation itself, the project failing, the relationship ending, the trust being broken. But the second, and perhaps deeper pain, will be the blow to your own self-concept. You will ask yourself, how did I not see this? How did I misjudge this so badly? How could I, the leader, the visionary, have been so blind? And this internal self-judgment will feel more devastating than the external event itself, because an Aries prides themselves on their instincts, their clarity, their ability to lead the charge. To realize you led the charge in the wrong direction can feel like a shattering of your very identity. But listen to me, beautiful soul. You were not blind. You were not foolish. You were hopeful. You were passionate. You wanted to believe in the person, in the project, in the dream. You allowed your warrior's heart to lead, and you lowered your defenses just enough to let something or someone in. There is no shame in that. In fact, there is immense beauty and courage in it. An Aries who allows themselves to be open and to trust is an Aries who is evolving even if the outcome is painful. The mistake was not in trusting. The mistake was in continuing to trust after your intuition whispered otherwise. And now you are paying the tuition for this powerful lesson. But what you are purchasing is not loss. It is wisdom. So what comes next after the wave has crashed and the dust has settled, after the whisper has become a roar and cleared away all that was false? Rebirth arrives. Aries 2.0, the enlightened warrior. The opportunity to rebuild your life from a place of profound authenticity and wisdom arrives. But this time, you will build with open eyes, with an attuned ear, with a heart that is both brave and discerning. You will learn to trust your intuition as your most sacred GPS, not only when it cheers you on, but especially when it lovingly advises you to pause. And there is a beautiful gift in this. This crisis will act as a divine filter. It will reveal who is truly in your corner. When your world is shaken, people's true characters are revealed in luminous clarity. Some you thought were your staunchest allies will vanish into the shadows. Others you may have overlooked will step forward with unwavering loyalty and support. It is a swift, powerful, and necessary cleansing. This overlooked whisper is not destroying your life, dear Aries. It is purifying it, leaving only what is real, true, and worthy of your magnificent fire. Let me offer you a practical anchor in the coming storm. When the chaos hits, and it will do, not react immediately. This will be the hardest thing you have ever done. Your Aries instinct, your Mars-fueled wiring, is to react with overwhelming force the moment you are challenged. You want to fight back. You want to fix it. You want to start something new immediately. But this time, I implore you, stop. Breathe. Anchor yourself. Feel the full force of the emotions, the anger, the frustration, the disappointment, without taking a single immediate action. Because your first reactions will be born from your wound, not from your wisdom. And any action taken from a place of woundedness will only create more chaos, more pain, and more karmic tangles to unravel later. Wait. Allow the storm to rage around you as you stand in its calm center. Let the emotional dust settle, and then from a place of clear-seeing wisdom, not from the heart of the wound, you will make your next move. And that move will be so powerful, so aligned, and so true, it will be the beginning of the most magnificent chapter of your life. Do you have the courage to do this? To feel the fire without being consumed by it? This overlooked whisper contains a hidden gift, a jewel wrapped in sandpaper. It will force you to see the patterns you have been repeating, not just in this life, but perhaps for lifetimes. It will show you where you have betrayed your own intuition, where you have settled for less than you deserve because you craved action over alignment, where you have hidden your vulnerability behind a mask of impenetrable strength. This whisper is the mirror you have been running from. And when you finally stand before it, it will mark the beginning of your true and final liberation. Do you know what separates an evolving Aries from one who is forever trapped in cycles of conflict and burnout? The willingness to look at their own shadows without blaming the world. The courage to admit when their initial impulse was wrong. The humility to ask for guidance. This experience will give you the profound opportunity to choose what kind of warrior you want to be. You can emerge from this more jaded, more aggressive, and more closed off, or you can emerge wise, compassionate, and powerful in a way that requires no external validation. The crisis is the catalyst. The choice of who you become through it is entirely yours. And here is the final, most glorious truth I have to share with you today. After it is all said and done, after the wave has receded, after the pain has subsided, after you have risen from the ashes of your old life, you will look back at this moment and you will feel a profound sense of gratitude. You will be grateful for the whisper you ignored. You will be grateful for the roar of truth. You will be grateful for the sacred chaos, because you will realize that without it, you would have never broken free from the invisible patterns that were holding you back from your highest destiny. You would have never become the truly magnificent, wise, and authentic leader you were always born to be. My dear Aries friends, we have traveled to the very heart of a profound cosmic truth together. I want you to take a moment and just breathe that in. Acknowledge the courage it took to simply listen to this message. Your journey of transformation is beginning, and it is a sacred and beautiful one. What part of this message resonated most deeply within your soul? What whisper are you now ready to acknowledge? Please share your journey and your insights in the comments below. Your story is a beacon of light, and by sharing, we create a powerful circle of support and growth. Let us connect and rise together. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your sacred journey today, for being open to this deep exploration of your own incredible power. It has been an honor to share this space with you. Remember, you are the creator of your reality, a divine warrior of light, and you are capable of building the most magnificent dreams on a foundation of unshakable truth. I wish you an abundance of courage, clarity, and unwavering success on the beautiful path ahead.